Resentment feels like justified. That's exactly why it's so dangerous. Have you ever noticed how some people stay stuck for years? Not because they lack talent, but because they're addicted to feeling wronged. I worked so hard. Why didn't I get recognized? I gave them everything. How could they treat me like this? On the surface, these thoughts feel fair, even reasonable. But what if this quiet sense of being wronged is actually one of the biggest things holding you back? Feeling wronged is not just an emotion, it's a mental loop. It begins when you believe your effort and your reward don't match. Slowly, you start to see yourself as the victim of your own story. And that's where the real danger lies. When resentment takes over, your attention shifts. You stop asking, "What can I do next?" and start asking, "Why is this happening to me?" Your mind keeps replaying painful moments, calculating how much you gave, how much others owe you, searching for evidence that proves you're right. This process consumes enormous energy, but it solves nothing. Even worse, resentment creates a hidden psychological trap. You begin to feel that because you've suffered, you deserve comfort, you deserve special treatment, you deserve recognition without asking for it. So you wait. You wait for people to understand you. You wait for the environment to change. You wait for life to finally become fair. But what usually arrives instead? More frustration, more helplessness, more anger. I've seen this pattern in many people, including myself. When I first started creating content online, I poured my heart into everything I wrote, but almost nobody read it. I felt deeply wronged. I told myself the algorithm was broken, or maybe the audience just didn't understand quality. For nearly 2 months, I lived inside that resentment, refreshing statistics, getting irritated, blaming everything. Until one day, a question hit me hard. What exactly am I waiting for? That was the day I decided to quit feeling wronged. Instead of asking, why don't they recognize me? I started asking, what can I do better? I studied what content people actually wanted. I learned how to choose stronger topics. I actively promoted my work across platforms. 3 months later, my audience grew from a few hundred to 30,000. 6 months later, I left my job to create full-time. The difference wasn't talent. It wasn't luck. It was a shift in attention, from fairness to leverage. If you often feel wronged, here are 3 ways to regain momentum. First, question the usefulness of complaint. When resentment appears, ask yourself, will staying upset solve anything? If the answer is no, redirect that energy into action. Even the smallest step is better than standing still. Second, be careful who you vent to. Every time you repeat your victim story, you reinforce it in your mind. Seek people who challenge you to act, not those who only validate your frustration. Third, focus on outcomes, not just effort. Effort matters, but effort alone doesn't create impact. Results are feedback from reality. They show you where you actually stand. Quitting resentment doesn't mean becoming cold. It means transforming emotional exhaustion into directional power. You're still allowed to feel disappointed, or even treated unfairly. But don't stay there. Move quickly from why me to what now. The strongest people aren't those who never face injustice. They are the ones who refuse to let injustice define their next move. Because resentment protects your ego, but action protects your future. So stop waiting for fairness. Start creating momentum. People rarely rise because life suddenly becomes kind. They rise because they become too focused to stay resentful. That's all for today. I'll see you in the next one.